Okay, we can trim that. So one of the objectives, if you will, with our short story summative pieces that we're going to consolidate all these. We're going to bring them all together, and we're going to create a short story anthology. An anthology is basically a collection of a series of works, and so we're going to have this lovely publication. It should be in the form of an iBook. We'll look at a couple of options, which will have all our various authors in grade 6, all 28 of us. That's a lot of authors, compiled into one lovely publication. But in order to do that, regardless of which format or software we decide to use, we're going to need to make sure that your final piece is presented in the form of a PDF. If we go back to the guidelines, you need at least 3 images, and you can find those wherever you want. You just need to make sure that we're using our proper Harvard Citation. And if you remember correctly, you can go back to our daily objectives. And on the last couple of 2 or 3 days, they're linked right there, and that'll open up, and you can use that. Dairy science, food technology, what everybody immediately thinks of when they think of, citation and critical apparatus. Or you can use the comparable site, which our lovely librarian Paulina shared with you during library class. Either one is fine. So what we have done here, this is a document. I borrowed somebody's short story, thank you. And that's just a rough draft. We're just going to use it in terms of how this might look. So 2 ways you can use a Google Doc, and you insert your images, and we can manipulate where those sit and how the text wraps around that. And likewise, you could also use Microsoft Word. We don't use Word much because we like the docs, but Word might be a better option with this because it's such a huge program. That's why we don't use it so much. It does have some other options which might be a little bit more format friendly in terms of creating an online publication with text and images. So what I've done, and just randomly pick some images, I found this because let's just say my short story deals with some sort of space or the cosmos or something of that nature, and we know we can control click or on a new Mac 2-finger click, and we copy our URL, which is the specific address where we can find this image on planet internet. Just put it into the URL at the top and click just to make sure that's it, and it is. And we go back to our short story, and let's just say this might be a comparable area where you would want that to go because it just makes sense to you. So we hit insert image, and because we got that from the internet, hit URL. It'll preview. It might be a little bit big, but once it goes in, we can adjust the size. Click on it. You'll notice in the corners it is allowing you to drag. Now we have this huge space to the right, which looks a little odd. Click on that, and it'll prompt you, say fixed position. And now it's a little tight. It's a little tight, but that's just what we have with the Google Docs. You have your image adjacent to your text, and it's okay. You can do the exact same thing with Microsoft Word. So once again, basically the same area. We go to the top where it's insert. Here it says photo. We go picture from file. You'll have to, let's go back, let me show you something real quick. You'll have to actually download these first. So this guy is right over here, and you just want to right click on that, save image as, and you can put that wherever you want, call it something that makes sense to you. Just had a teacher come in, had to pause, I kind of forgot where I'm at. I'm pretty sure we were doing right click on the Mac, which is your control click or 2 fingers. Save image as, it goes on your computer, call it something that makes sense. I'm going to call this one Cosmos. So go back to my Word document. I'm going to type cosmos.jpg. There it is. And enter, okay. And there it goes. Now, I'm pretty sure I can just, once again, right click on this, and it gives me some options about wrap text. I could type through, I'm not sure what all these do, but you can just click on it and hit Control or Command Z if you don't like it. I'm going to put square and see what that does. That looks pretty good. And you'll notice it does look nicer than the Google because it's got this small margin in between, and it looks like something you would see in a publication in a book, so it's kind of cool. Final little step here. So let's say you put your images in. Don't forget your works cited at the bottom. You can put that as works cited once again, or we even can use the term bibliography. That's okay. So everything's good. It looks pretty. Everything's lined up, and the margins are nice, and etc. etc. I go to File, Download as PDF, and there it goes. And you'll see it pop up down over here. And what I can do, I can title that whatever I need to. And of course, now it sounds strange. Now I have to go back and put it in my Google Docs. I can click on my folder over here. This is my short story, my name, etc. etc. I go to my upload, find the PDF, and then it's next to my final draft, which is my Google Docs. So my final draft, which is my Google Docs, of which I will come by and borrow. Look at the video that we put up before this, and I have my now newly completed, gorgeous PDF with my images. If you were going to do this in Microsoft Word, you go to File, Print, and now it gives you a PDF option. We save as a PDF. That goes onto your computer, and it's the exact same process for uploading into Google Docs. Any questions, just email me. I think you'll be okay with this. Don't forget, for this specific assignment, for grade 60s, need to be in your appropriate folder by the 17th of November, 12 o'clock p.m.